Don't worry about me, I'ma be alright. Got G-O-D all over my life.
Hey, fearfully, wonderfully made family. I have been out in these streets today, y'all. Listen, my day started cracking, and I know that was nothing but the grace of God. My day started off with an Instacart order. And so what wind up happening with the Instacart order, it took me downtown. Now, y'all already know how I feel about downtown, y'all, because downtown be tripping, it ain't got no parking, and then, you know, all that other stuff. Well, I decided also at the same time to have on my DoorDash. And so today I was like, you're not going to give me any false fruit today, DoorDash. You're not going to sit up here pretend like you are ample with fruit and you have none. Okay. And so what happened was I started getting ding, ding, ding in the middle of the other order. I started getting all these dings. Well, of course I couldn't take that because I had to deliver a gift basket to somebody downtown. So what happened afterwards was hilarious, y'all. So once I got done with that order, I got back into the car, and Dasher started going berserk. It was going ping, ping, ping. And so I was able to accept the order. And this one order was a very good order, y'all. I picked up their food and I put it and took it to them in the area that you can't park. Now, the other thing I was thinking about, y'all, is that they have these commercial parking areas. So I need to put on my sleuth hat and do some investigation to find out whether or not if I could be licensed as a commercial vehicle, or what a commercial vehicle is. I was listening to like Siri tell me the definition of it, and it was saying anything that you're using to drive as a vehicle. But I'm wondering if I need to apply with the city or something like that to really get like a license to do that, because if I can, it would be very, very, very beneficial to me that I can begin to come down in the financial area and just park in these little spots where it says loading zone and all of that, and I have like a pass that says loading zone. So I really got to do my investigation on this, because it might be the key to me being able to dash a lot more. Because let me tell y'all something, the financial district is where it is at. It is where it's at out here in California. And so, because everybody's down here, right? And even though they've taken a lot of things from down here, we still have Dior. But Dior is not on Market Street. Dior is more up on near Bush Street. So it's up a ways. Cartier is up in that area. It's right across the street from each other. So you still have areas that are bougie and have upscale things going on. So they're still down there. So that area might be a little bit more preserved, because Market Street is like just open. Anything goes down there. But I'm hearing, I guess the mayor is trying to really clean up San Francisco, which I'm appreciative of. Clean it up. Okay? Make it so we can make money, because the financial district is where the money is being made at. So to me, it does make sense to be down here, but I'm just going to do some investigation on my end. Now, let me tell you about the second order that I got right after I got the first order. It was a ding. Now, with this order, it was 2 in 1, and it was a $9 order, but it was at the same place. So it wasn't like I had to go from one place to the next place. It's just that I had to, pick up the same, different order from the same place. And the first place, again, I found myself, as I was delivering off the first order, I found myself having to park in the loading zone again, which I told you I'm going to do some investigation on that. I already went over that. Now, The second place, there was really no parking really. And so I had to call the guy and say, hey, can you come meet me outside? I'm in the white Kia. There's no parking out here. And I'm not finna get my car towed. This is how I make my money. So that's the thing about it. Like, you have to be careful, like, when you are in these areas where there are no parkings. And then, like, especially when you are in, like, apartment buildings. Like, for example, I had went to apartment building and there was no parking, and then it was like, well, you can double park here or whatever. But then the other people was like, no, they'll tow you. So, like, essentially they're going to have to make room for people that are delivering stuff, because it makes no sense to me why you will want somebody to deliver and there's no parking, and the people aren't even willing to come out and get their item. So the guy that I dropped off the package to, he kind of sort of had a little bit of an attitude, but I'm like, dude, I brought your stuff. All you had to do was just walk outside to get your item. And you knowing that there's no parks in this area. So I don't understand people that order stuff. I don't understand why people order things and yet they're not willing to help with their own order. It is the most craziest thing, okay? I really am not understanding. So now, essentially, the first order from DoorDash, they tipped me very well. They tipped me very well, y'all. I don't know about this other order that I just dropped off. I don't know if they're going to tip me or not. But I want to know from you all, are you a tipper or a non-tipper? And this is really not to pass judgment on you or any of that. I just want to know which one you are, because I feel like, why is it that people don't want to tip? It makes no sense to me. Like, I think that's really rude not to tip people, especially when they're servicing you. See, I'm all about customer service, right? I do customer service very, very well, because in every job I've had, I've served the customer. I've served the client. I'm not saying I didn't have my bad days where I just didn't feel like hearing the client just ramble on, because sometimes the client just be rambling on for no reason. But at the end of the day, customer service is, providing service. And so if I am essentially providing good service, why would you not reward that? So it's like me at a restaurant, and I've heard people say, oh, well, they go to the restaurant, meaning the clients that we serve, they go to the restaurant and they tip them. I don't agree. I don't think they tip them either. I think that if they're non-tippers through DoorDash, they're non-tippers when they go to the restaurant. And that's just the way I feel about it. I feel that way because if you can't tip through an app, you definitely ain't gonna tip in person, because essentially it is the same service. Somebody's delivering your food, except the fact that you're at home. And you have the modern conveniences of not leaving your home. Now I really understand convenience fee. I used to get really upset about convenience fee. But no, because I'm giving you the ability to order something from the comfort of your home without you moving. That means that you don't have to spend gas money. You don't have to spend money on parking. I am saving you money, right? So therefore, because I'm saving you money, you need to tip. Because guess what? You could tip $5 or $6 because I done saved you about $30. And if to be honest, I probably saved you about $60, because right now the parking is ridiculous depending on where you're going. It's like $15, $25 or something like that. The one place I looked down there, it said $10 an hour. So imagine if you're going downtown to go eat something, it's gonna take you like at least an hour and a half in a restaurant, 2 hours. You already done spent $20 just to eat. Make it make sense to me. And then, I just don't understand people. So again, tell me why you do not tip. Do you feel like because they're already earning money? that they don't need no extra, or what is it? Because when I'm at a restaurant, I'm going to tip. Even if you're a bad waitress or waiter, I'll tip you according to your service. Now, if you bad, I'm going to give you $3, and you going to know why you got that $3. You going to know why you got it. But I have tipped anywhere from $10 to $20 before. That's the least I can do. And especially if the server went out of their way to service me well. They treated me kind. They greeted me. We had eye-to-eye contact. They made sure everything was right. They fixed whatever was wrong within their realm. You know, but that's just my thoughts. But anyway, guys, I wanted to give you a quick update of what has been on. It has been on and cracking all day. And let me tell y'all this before I get off of here. I don't know where you live, but is your downtown psychotic? And let me tell you what I mean by that. The pedestrians do not pay attention. They do not pay attention, y'all. You hear me? They do not pay attention to nothing that's going on. Okay? Today is Thursday, the 23rd, I believe. Today is a good day, y'all. I'm really grateful. I had my morning prayer with the Lord, and I, had my affirmation, my biblical affirmations, because I do biblical affirmations, y'all. I'll be like, I declare that I'm the head and not the tail. And, those are the affirmations that I say over myself every single day, But at any rate, y'all, I am getting ready to go take a quick break. And then I'm going to see what everybody else is doing up out here today, okay? I want to know. I want to know what's going on. Listen, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I'm going to be the singing DoorDasher and Instacart shopper. All right, y'all. See you later.
Don't worry about me. I'ma be alright. Got G-O-D all over my life. Don't worry where I've been, what I did, how I came up. Everything was a sinner till they changed. Don't worry about me.